Hey everyone, I'm Richard. This is Grey Wizard Gaming, and today I am talking about the Prophetess from Cthulhu Wars. So, the Prophetess is one of the few female sculpts in Cthulhu Wars, and she's based off of one of the very few female characters in H.P. Lovecraft's works. I don't feel like this sculpt is particularly accurate to Asana Waite, but they did actually name her the Prophetess, not Asana Waite. You have to read like the behind the scenes of the origin of this character and why she's a little sexier than your typical Innsmouth character. However, even the movie Innsmouth made their actress a little sexier than your typical Innsmouth look character. So we'll have to give them a little bit of a benefit of a doubt. By gazing peculiarly at a fellow student, she would often give the latter a distinct feeling of exchanged personality, as if the subject were placed momentarily in the magician's body and able to stare half across the room at her real body, whose eyes blazed and protruded with an alien expression. So the character this figure is based off of, Asana Waite, she is super cool. Well, I don't know if she's super cool, but the book, The Thing on the Doorstep, is super cool. You guys should definitely check out this book. Like most or all of H.P. Lovecraft's works, they're all, out of copyright, so you can just read them, which is super cool. And if you read this story, you realize she may not actually be a female character at all. So that's a little bit of a hint, spoiler, so sorry about that. But you should read the read the story, and then maybe post in the comments what you think of the story. I think it's great. One of the things I like about the story the most is that it really, really like leverages the whole mythos. It's references to Kingsport, it's references to Miskatonic, it's references to the Innsmouth look. So the Innsmouth look, you kind of look a little froggy, a little fishman-y kind of thing going on. And so she's probably not that attractive in reality, but I kind of prefer this sculpt over a girl with big bug eyes. So what can she do? Well, the Prophetess, she's a neutral cultist to start with. You pay 2 doom to take her loyalty card, and then you can place her anywhere on the map. Okay. After she has died, for whatever reason, it costs 2 power to recruit her again. And when you recruit her, well, not when you recruit her, but anyone can recruit her. So Crawling Chaos, they can recruit her. However, she still belongs to the original faction. She just now is hanging out with the Crawling Chaos, so she's not terribly loyal. But what is important is that her ability Hierarchy, which is an ongoing ability, allows her to generate 1 power during the gather power phase, just like other cultists. She can be captured like any cultist and is recruited like any cultist. She cannot create or control gates. That's like her thing, I guess, because she's not loyal. I don't know, whatever. So for most parts, she is a cultist. And other than the fact that your enemies can recruit her on their side under your control, so she's still giving you power, yeah, she's mostly a normal cultist, if a little tall. The real ability and the reason why another faction would spend the power to give you a cultist is called true vision, and this happens every Doom phase. The player with the highest ranked unit in the area with the Prophetess can pay extra power when performing a ritual of annihilation. That player gains 1 additional Elder Sign for every 3 additional power spent. Unit rank for determining the highest rank in the area. Ranking from lowest to highest is Cultist, Monster, Terror, Independent Great Old One, Faction Great Old One. In case of a tie, no one benefits from True Vision. So, wherever you put her, many people are going to want to hang out there, especially a faction that gets a lot of power. So that is her, and that's her ability. She can make people win much earlier than they otherwise could win. I mean, I just imagine if you spend 12 power to get 4 extra Elder Signs, that's an average of 6 points. And it could be crazy. You could get 10 points. That could easily push you from 20 to 30, and you call it. You're like, ending the game, done. So that is her thing and her deal. So what can you do with the Prophetess? Is there any tactics to her? Well, obviously, if you're a faction that builds up a central base to defend, she could make a lot of sense. I think she's a perfect fit for the Chocho. She is probably a good fit for anybody that has a lot of excess power, if you're willing to consolidate your forces to really try to defend her and force people. The problem is, of course, is that even if people can defend her and keep her alive, it doesn't mean you're going to get her ability, because all they have to do is move in a Great Old One, even if your Great Old One is there. Who I think she's very poor for is the Ancients. The Ancients shouldn't get her at all because they don't have a Great Old One. And even if they recruit an independent Great Old One, their independent Great Old One is still trumped by a faction Great Old One. So really, the Ancients don't want her to be in the game at all. However, maybe there'll be FAQ update or something to allow them to compete. Otherwise, they just really want to kill her at all costs, I would think. Interestingly, with the Ancients, they might be able to kill the Great Old One and then steal her, you know, with their own cosmic terrors. But yeah, I think that for the most part, there's not a huge amount of tactics other than, can you defend her? Can you hold on to her? If for example, you're the Ancients, you might want to recruit her just to get the power, because you know everybody else is going to want to keep her alive. But I think it's really putting you at a disservice to have her even in the game, and that's a little unfortunate. But otherwise, no, you just need to hold her, defend her. Chocho, I think, is great for this. Any faction that is a great defensive faction can probably hold on to her and maybe use her to win. I would think 2 games or 2 rounds of Doom phases where you have, you know, maybe a good 3 or 4 gates, you are going to just skyrocket forward in points. And yeah, I mean, open her the way, 4 gates. You know, you use your dragon to double your Doom points. You're going to have a good day. So that's it. Short video. There isn't a lot to her. She was really intended to be a first player token so you can point which direction that you want her to go. But the fact that everyone might start scrabbling over her, I think changes up the game, makes it more interesting, and I think it's overall pretty cool. She is a cool sculpt. I think she'd be cool painted. If anybody has painted her, maybe post some links to the images in the comments. I'd love to see them. And with that, please click like, click subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.
I can't see your face. Tell me, where did you go? Was it something I did, something I said that made it all fall down? Baby, I need to know, 'cause I'm losing my faith. And the more that I give, the less I get.